Last we are left with second combination, that is a parallel combination. We have already seen that when a single capacitor is connected to a battery, its one terminal is positively charged at higher potential, its other terminal is negative charged at lower potential. Now how these charged capacitors should be connected so that the combination is said to be parallel combination, that we have to see. When the positive plate of all the capacitors are connected to each other and the negative plates of all the capacitors are also connected to each other, that means if we have capacitors, their all positive plates are connected to each other and their negative plates are connected to each other such that they have a common positive and common negative terminal which is connected to a battery, then this combination is called parallel combination. This is shown in the figure. Here we have capacitors C1, C2 and C3. This plate is positive, this plate is positive, this plate is positive. So all the three positive plates of these three capacitors are now connected to each other. Look at these negative plates, negative plate, negative plate, negative plate. All the three negative plates of these three capacitors are also connected together. So when this type of connection is there between different capacitors, we call it as a parallel combination. So when this parallel combination is obtained, there is a one common terminal, common positive and common negative terminal, which is connected to positive terminal of the battery, other is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. As the connection is completed, battery transfer the charge Q, and according to law of conservation of charge, the amount of charge sent out by the battery into the circuit must be the amount of charge entering back into the battery, so as to follow a charge conservation law. In the series combination, we have seen that when charge was flowing from A to B, higher potential to lower potential, it was having only one single path to follow through all the three capacitors, due to which all the three capacitors were having same amount of the charge but different voltage. But when the parallel combination is there, charge want to go from higher potential point to lower potential point. So this is higher potential point, this is lower potential point. Similarly, this point is also at higher potential, this at lower potential, this at higher potential, this at lower potential. So when charge wants to go to higher and to lower potential while coming out of the battery, now it has three different ways to go from here to here, through C1, through C2 and through C3. So when parallel combination is there, when charge has the ability to move from high potential point to low potential point through different paths through each capacitor present in the combination, due to which each capacitor in the combination hold different amount of the charge. Second point, in the series combination, the two plates of each individual capacitors were not directly connected to the battery, but here they are connected to the battery. You can see this is the positive terminal of the C1, this is the negative terminal of the C1. You can see it is directly connected with the battery. Positive is connected with the battery, the negative is also directly connected with the battery. C2, positive is directly connected with the battery, negative is also directly connected with the battery. C3, positive is directly connected with the battery, negative is also directly connected with the battery. Because all the three capacitors in this parallel combination are directly connected to the two terminals of the battery, this means that potential difference across each capacitor is same as that of the potential difference of the battery. That means here potential on all the three capacitors is same, which is equal to the battery potential difference. So here we have two important characteristics which are opposite to that of series. In series, charge was same, here potential difference is same. In series, potential difference was dividing, but here charge is dividing, such that when charge Q come out of the battery, some part of the charge Q1 pass through C1, some part Q2 pass through C2 and last part Q3 pass through C3, such that when all of them they together reach at point B, they all combine together Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 again to provide the net charge. That is, division of the charge takes place at high potential point, combination again takes place at low potential point. So in this case, all capacitors have the same potential difference equal to applied voltage but different charges. This is the equivalent circuit. So if we have this capacitor which is having the capacity Cp, P for parallel combination, when it is connected to the same battery V, if it is drawing the same amount of the charge Q as it is drawn by parallel combination of C1, C2 and C3 connected to the battery V, then Cp will be the equivalent combination of C1, C2 and C3. So now we want to find mathematical relation between C1, C2 and C3. Now because charge is dividing on each capacitor, charge on the first capacitor Q1 is equal to C1V, second capacitor it is C2V, third capacitor it is C3V. Cp is the equivalent capacitor. Then charge on this capacitor Cp connected to battery V is Cpv, and this is equal to the total charge also. Now here, according to law of conservation of the charge, the total charge supplied by the battery must be equal to the sum of the charge on each capacitor, that is Q must be equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. So substituting the value of Q's, Q equal to Cpv equal to C1V plus C2V plus C3V. Because voltage is constant, so V gets cancelled on both sides, so we are simply left with Cp equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3. So in parallel combination, the total equivalent capacitance is simply mathematical sum of the individual capacitance. This means that when in this case capacitors are combined in parallel, the net overall capacity of the combination will be increasing. So parallel combination is used for increasing the capacity, series combination is used for decreasing the capacity. Some important points you have to remember: if we combine n capacitors, then Cp will be C1 plus C2 plus C3, so on up to n times. If all capacitors, n capacitors of same value are connected, net capacitance will be C plus C plus C up to n times, which will be equal to n times the single capacitor. At last, equivalent capacitance is sum of the individual capacitance. Equivalent capacitance is largest than the biggest present in the combination. So again, take the example of three capacitors, 2 microfarad, 3 microfarad and 4 microfarad. Now they are connected in parallel. Which one is the biggest in the combination? 4. So if we find out the total capacitance in parallel, it will be 2 plus 3 plus 4, which will be equal to 9 microfarad. So we get the point that net capacitance will be even bigger than the biggest present in the combination. Potential difference across each capacitor is same. Charge on each capacitor is directly proportional to capacitance. We know that Q is equal to Cv. V is constant for all the three capacitors, so Q is directly proportional to C. Greater the capacitance, more amount of the charge it is going to store onto it. And sum of the charge on each capacitor must be equal to total supplied charge, which is according to law of conservation of charge. Thank you.